All right, guys, good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. It's good to be with you. We're live on the inside. Uh-oh, hold up. Happy Monday, everyone. It's good to be. So now that I just heard myself through the speaker and it was looping, and so one of the things we're doing today is we're diagnosing my computerized effect on the voice. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but thankfully I have somebody who's helping me troubleshoot that a little later today. All right, good to see you, Ted. I saw where maybe Bill or somebody else had joined in. And we may be public today. I forgot to change the settings anyway, so we're happy to have the YouTube community if they show up. Let me just check a couple of settings and we'll dig right in. We are going until 9:30 today, so 30 minutes. We'll knock this out. Thank you for those of you who have already got us up to 7 likes. I think we might hit 20 today. All right, here's the plan. As a review from the email I sent out this morning, we are doing 2 more licks today from Blues Volume 1. We're in the membership area, and we're going to revisit C, F, and G scales, and we'll talk about saying those going up and down again. We're going to add the key of D, and we're going to talk about Bob's Songbook, which we're doing a boot camp on Thursday. Awesome. All right, guys, so the 2 licks that we have today are also from Blues Volume 1. And let me go ahead and dig right in. So what we're going to do this morning is go ahead, and I'm giving you guys the Blues Roadmaps to Success. When we talk about that, because this is kind of new since we've launched the Academy, is that you go in and we're working through Blues Volume 1. So beginners and intermediate players, you're working on the same thing. So the first thing is get those fingers moving. We have a couple things that we want to do. I'm going to go ahead and do our 50 Days to Flying Fingers example 1, just to warm up my fingers. And I want you guys to do the same thing. This first exercise. Looking for speed, just making sure you're holding those bottom notes and then holding the top notes on the way down, and get those fingers moving. Okay, the next thing is you can do the first 5 notes of every blues scale, which is really, really nice. Another way to not only get your fingers, I'm not going to go over that right now, but get those fingers moving and getting into that shape 1. Shape 1 will help you play and have success in any key that you're in. It doesn't matter if I'm in the key of F, I can turn around that blues scale and use all those notes, and I can turn them around any way I want to, but they will work over the blues, and there's a lot of confidence that you build when you practice those ideas. Okay, so you've warmed up your hands for a little while, and then let's go ahead and dig in with the licks. So one of the things we did yesterday, we're just going to briefly go over as a reminder of some of the licks we did yesterday, and remember, make sure you're logging into the membership. It's very simple. Most of you guys you stay logged in, and I often log in not as an administrator but as a student, just so I can navigate the same things that you guys navigate. And so I just hit Blues Volume 1, I hit Access Now, it pulls up, of course, the video and then sheet music. And of course, example 1, I love this example because you get your fingers really moving, right? You use 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 5, and 1. I'm using the 8th note bass line. I'm not teaching this because we've been teaching this, and this is just a good reminder of ways to get our fingers moving. And I can even turn this around. I can go halfway up. Like that. Do it on G, F. Let's do this. Very simple bass line turnaround we've been working on. The bass line is going to go C up to E, F chromatically up to F sharp, and you get to the G. In our right hand, we're doing this idea of coming down a whole step and then chromatically, and you arrive at the G in both hands. This is great for ear training. And then it starts over. things that I'm doing there, I told you guys about emphasizing your thumb as a way to whatever lick I'm doing. I often use my thumb. It's almost like as if I was using the pedal, right? It's a great transition, a way to transition and to visually connect to the next idea, and also helps connect the notes. When I do this, watch this in slow motion. Let's keep going. We're moving right along. That's a great exercise to get going from volume 1. Let's go ahead and do the next one, one of the other ones that we did last week. One of them was, well, we did that one a week and a half ago. All right, so this idea of using the 6th, I'll just do a reminder of this one. 6, 5, 6, and then minor third, and then 6, 5 of the scale up to the root. Great way to start your day. And maybe I do both licks together. Let me try that again. Up some confidence with that. Just one other lick, and you're using the 6th note of the scale, which I really like. The other one we talked about is I really like your flat 7 of the scale. Getting used to just hearing that flat 7. Another idea. All right, let's keep going because we have several 2 new licks to cover from volume 1. And before I get to there, let me do one more, the other one we did. So let's go over this idea again. Another great way to start your day is by doing the 3rd up to the root. We spent some time on this last week. 3rd up to the root. The great thing about this, it's great for ear training and building some confidence and really melodic ideas. As you're using the 6th, the interval of a 6th is such a powerful sound. Sometimes I'll do the interval of a 6 just melodically and down by half steps like this. Right? Da 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 da. All right, let me check the chat really quickly. All right, let me turn my camera around. You guys know that I'm, for those of you who are just tuning in, I kind of have some neck problems because I've been teaching like this and looking at you guys and playing, so I'm working through that. But good morning. How's everybody doing? Make sure my stream is live and the volume levels are good. What I'm going to do now is we're going to go over the Ray Charles reminder that I want you to keep sliding in your improvisations this week. Okay, you're going to use this idea as a great thing to just keep working on getting used to this fingering of sliding 2nd finger up to the next note, and on the way down you go 3 to 3, the F sharp of the blues scale, that tritone down to the 4th note. You're still working around the blues scale. All right. Hey, Helga, good to see you this morning. Awesome. Yeah, Helga is our newest member of our academy. That takes us up to, I think, 11 people. So, Helga, we welcome you, of course. And you're already family and already fitting in wonderfully, awesomely, amazingly. All right, let's keep going, guys. So this idea of this Ray Charles thing on the way down, listen to how I'll take either blues example 1 or the 6th lick that we just did, and then I'll occasionally sneak in the Ray Charles thing because we're really digging it in with that lick this week. So let's let's say that I practiced that for a while, and now I want to focus to either practice blues example 1, the Ray Charles lick, or the idea of the sixth exercise, which is example number 10 in Blues Volume 1. So you go thumb up to the root, 1, 5, 1. And the great thing about this lick is it's the same fingering over and over. It doesn't matter what key I'm in. If I was in the key of D, if I was in the key of E flat, I'm going to use that same fingering. That's another great thing about getting familiar with our major scales for transposition. But also, as we learn certain licks, you can use the same fingering for all keys. And that is another way to build confidence, is if you say, all right, well, I know the key of C, and I know it's third up to the root. So if I'm in the key of E flat, that's the third of an E flat scale, and I'm up to the root. Now I'm going to use that same fingering. If I'm playing in the key of F, and I know my F major scale, and I go, all right, the third note of F is A, and I go up to the root. And I can do, because I know my theory now, because I've learned my major scales, that is why we do this. This is why I say, guys, I need you to learn your major scales going up and down, because I ultimately want to make sure that everybody can transpose and play in every single key, and everyone can do that. That's why we do this stuff together. All right, let's keep going here. So I'm either going to now do my blues third up to the root, stopping on this lick in Blues Volume 1 stops on the flat 7 and the 5th of the major scale. This is a great thing to do. In Blues Volume 4, where we do the New Orleans type bass line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, we actually do it all the way down. So there's just one little trick you do to make it go all the way down the scale, which is really nice. All right, so we'll come back to that. So either I'm practicing this is a great way to warm up, or this, or this, or this. Here we go. I had to make sure that at the end of whatever I did, I would go back to this idea. Down a whole step from the root and chromatically down to the 5th of the scale. If I was in the key of F and I visualized there's my root, that's my root, I go up to the 3rd of the scale and I go down to the flat 7 and chromatically and I end up on the 5th of whatever scale I'm in. Okay. Now, notice that I did something really important, is that I repeated several of the licks no matter what chord I was on. That's the great thing of the blues scale. As we're playing the blues scale notes, they work over the entire progression, even when you change chords. Now watch this. Let me demonstrate that again just on the Ray Charles idea. Again. Okay, let's keep going. Let me stretch for 1 second. Yeah, because my neck is out and my whole shoulder is really bad, I miss a lot of stuff in my right hand, so y'all forgive me for all my crazy notes that go. All right, here we go. So I'm looking at my email just to make sure I'm covering everything. All right, now, because we're going until 8:30, let me see what, 9:30, let me see what time it is. Gosh, time flies when you're having fun. All right, this is really important. We're pulling up lick number 8 from Blues Volume 1. And Helga, I sent you an email just regarding our Blues Road Maps for Success, and a reminder to everybody in the membership area is that the roadmaps to success for beginner and intermediate right now, we're doing that right now. We're going through Blues Volume 1. For everybody, on Thursday, we're doing the Bob Songbook Boot Camp, which is going to be a lot of fun. And right now we're on lick number 8. Now this is going to be a little bit on the difficult side for my beginners, but at the same time, it's something that we've been working on, right? You guys have been working with me for almost 2 years. You know what I'm talking about when it comes to triplets. Now here's the lick. So what's happening here is this concept of holding the top note. Blues example number 8 and 9 are very similar in the fact that you're using triplets to connect everything, but also example 9 has this. So it's very similar to number 8, but the difference is you're starting on the top. There's the root on top. And then here you're starting on the flat 7, which is a really specific bluesy sound that I'm looking for when I play that lick. So here we go again. All right, here's something that I want everybody to really focus in on, something that we're doing. With this lick, I'm obviously holding the top note, the B flat, which is the flat 7 of the C scale. And I go 2, 3, 1. Notice that I'm up into the keys, and I'm also hammering on what Vicky had said. I'm kind of F sharp up to G, so tritone, F sharp up to G and down to the root. 1 and then. But then I want you to watch the chord that I get into. F chord in second inversion. Let's get up to 10 likes there. I think we can do it. Okay, so listen to this. F sharp up to G, and then I'll do F and A. Notice that this is the same, the F chord in second inversion is right out of blues example 1. Notice that I do a C triad, and then I do C over an F chord in second inversion, and then I go up to the C7. So this is actually pretty closely related to example 1. Listen to this. There's my blues scale notes, and then I get right into this shape, and then guess what I do next? Minor third to major third. Now, the reason, thank you for that, got up to those likes. The reason we got up to that is because, listen to this. It's so closely related in our notes that it actually sound really good to play together. Listen. Isn't that nice how that works? It's really not that it's that challenging. Well, it is challenging to get the technique originally because you have to get used to holding that top note. I'm holding the top B flat and I'm doing 2, 3, 1. That is my fingering. And then watch, I'm going to slide down to the F chord. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. So now is where we have to make sure we understand the triplets. Triplets in blues especially, 1 and then 2, and then sometimes people say 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet. I like 1 and then because that's the way I originally learned it. 1 and then 2 and then 3. Now why is this, or how is this significant for the left hand, or how do we lock this up with the left hand? Listen to this. 1 and then. This eighth note bass line pattern anyway is built on a triplet feel. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and even when I play blues example 1, I'm thinking 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and I'm actually not thinking that, but that is the feel you get. 1 and then 2. That's why you have more of a long, short feel. 1 and 1 triplet, 1 triplet, 1 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. I always do 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and. Now, let me give you guys another thing, is that as you practice all of this stuff and go back to blues example 1, reminder to my beginners that if you're having trouble, straighten it out like a classical person does. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Notice that 1 and 2. When I get to the C and A, that's with the F and A. 1 and 2. I've already done several videos about that, but I can definitely help anybody who has trouble with that. You guys can always email me, Bob at iMusicAcademy, for any questions that you might have, or if you're stuck or having trouble with something. I'm happy to help you out with that. Okay, so going back to this lick. This is a great concept to get holding the top note down. Even in the jazz things that I do, where I'm playing licks and ideas, I have this sort of shape down to where I can hold the top notes, right? So I get used to that. The only reason I can do that is because I've practiced that very slowly. And the same thing for my right hand for these triplet licks. I had to practice holding out the note on top. And you'll get it if you practice it really slow and hands separate. 1 and then, 1 and then watch this. 2 and 1 and then 2 and. Make sure I'm doing that right. 1 and then 2 and then. That's it. 1 and then 2 and then. My alarm is going off here. I said 9:30, so now I have 5 minutes. I was supposed to just wrap everything up. 1 and then 2 and then. So that C is by itself. 1 and then 2 and then. 1 and then 2 and then. So on your E flat and G is with the C and A. Another great thing about this lick is when you go to the scale of F, this will also work over the F lick, the same idea. And notice this, the same kind of shape. I'm up into the keys, and I start on the tritone of the F blues scale, holding that top note, the E flat, so that's the flat 7 of an E flat of an F scale. And then I go to the B flat triad in second inversion, and I go minor third to major third. 1 and then 2 and 1 and then 2 and 3 and 4. Let me make sure. Let me look at the sheet music because I'm playing it 2 different ways. Hold on a second. That's the wrong one. Yeah, I'm actually doing example 9. I said 8. Yeah, okay, so 1 and then 2 and I was playing it right. So sometimes I play it like this. So all triplets, 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2. And what I was also playing was 1 and then 2 and 3. That's also nice. That'll help you straighten things up really nicely. 1 and then 1 and then 2 and 1 and then 2 and then 3 and 4. Which one do you like better? The one where I'm just doing triplets the whole time? I'm not asking you which one you think is easier. Yeah, the triplets over and over. Yeah, it takes a little more work to get that sound. F, same thing. Hey, a couple other quick notes as we wrap up this lesson. Man, 30 minutes goes by very quickly on this with this live. Is that we went over the shapes course this last week, some of those things. You like the first one better? Helga, was the first one the triplets? Or the second one with the... That's number 2. We'll call that number 2. Number 1. All right, let me give you guys a couple more tips. Yeah, right. Yeah, they're both nice. Yeah, triplets. Yeah. So that's a great point that you guys are making. Even though that it is a little bit more difficult to originally get this technique, you are building up a great skill of holding on that top note and filling in the triplets. All right, now let's end with this idea. Let me go to the membership area for a second, and I hope everybody's logging into the membership area. We do have 2 spots left open, and I'm looking for the right people, so I'm excited that somebody else is going to do. I'm very not confident. I'm very optimistic that we're going to have 2 more people join us. Anybody gets any bundle, they will get access to the Blues Academy through the end of April, and then they can decide if they want to stay with us. Okay, check this out, guys. Let me see which one it is. Yeah, log into the membership area and mess around with these. So we've been doing the Blues Roadmap is volume 1, right? We've been doing this whole last week. I gave you guys exactly what to do. We're doing example 1. We're doing example 3. Today is example 9 is our one. I was going to add one more from Blues example 1, but this is so challenging because of that one skill. We'll just say that 1 for today. And but anyway, when you go into the membership area for the blues thing, go scroll down to example 2, okay? And you have this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we have the Ray Charles idea for the bass line, right? So here would be a great challenge. So either you're doing this or you do this. All right, now, how in the world are we supposed to get that? If we don't know what we're doing, how we are supposed to lock this up? 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And if it were me and I had never done this, what's up, Jeffrey? Always sneaking in the right time. Jeffrey, so good to see you. Love it when we have our old faithfuls show up at iMusicAcademy. How are you supposed to lock this up? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and the 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then that's exactly how. If I think in terms of triplets, 1 and then 2 and then. Notice that my E flat and G lock up with my E, and the G is by itself. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1 and then 2. I said I was cutting it off at 9:30 because I do need to be somewhere right after 10 today. I'm actually off today, and so if this thing gets up to 20 likes, I will do another stream this afternoon. If we get up to 20 likes, and we'll do another 30-minute stream. So we'll say if it gets up to 30 likes by the time lunchtime hits, then I'll do that. Yes, lock them up. 1 and then 2 and then right there. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. How about this? Once you get that one idea down of getting that right hand lick and then your bass line one and where does the beat line up, then you can play it over all of the chords because it's the same shape, the same rhythm. All right, so imagine if I'm working on the blues alternate bass course, and here's how you stay focused: is you say, all right, we're in the blues roadmaps for success. What is that? That's volume 1. It's only the licks that we've been doing. You guys know what they are: 1, 10, and what is it, 3 or 4, whichever one has this in there. And then we just added number 9. Now, we've also been working on the blues alternate bass course where we're working together on getting different rhythms. Today's a perfect example to say I'm either going to do this, which is our normal bass line, or we're going to do the Ray Charles 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So if this is my focus now, I'm going to practice this hand separate: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And remember that this is the C triad along with the A note: 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And so it doesn't matter what key I'm in. Somebody pick another key really quickly. In the right hand, what I'm going to do is blues example 1 to warm up: 1 and 2 and the C and the E are together. B flat, Ted said. All right, so B flat triad. I know my B flat scale. So now I'm going to do B flat, D, and F, and my fingering is going to be the same: 5, 3, 2, and 1. So here's my lick, which is a slide key in B flat. So you see what I did there? In order to play this lick, I have to get up and play the first 5 notes, and I know that it starts on the tritone. Let me show you another quick idea of so Vicky picked another key. I'm going to go show you guys a really important transposition tip. Okay, I'll start it off in C. If we're working on this, this is the game changer for transposition for today. Are you guys ready for this? You're going to love this. You guys know that there are several courses that are not even released at iMusicAcademy because we've been doing the teaching and everything. I have to get water. Check this out. Chord shortcuts are easy ways to transpose things. In the transposition toolbox, watch this. If I'm C triad, C, E, G, B flat, how easy is that? And you take your index finger and go up a whole step. Guess what? You're automatically on that lick. Demonstrate this in the key of F now. Hold on a second. F, A, C, E flat. That's my 1, 3, 5 of the major scale of F, and the flat 7. Now watch this. Go up a whole step with the index, and now I'm set up for that lick. Isn't that so easy? Like, why didn't we think of that? And I say that for all of us, is there's so many ways to play these chord shortcuts that are amazing. Like at first, if I said, all right, we're going to take this in all keys, you'd be like, what in the world? How am I going to do that? If I'm in the key of F, or it doesn't matter if I'm in the key of F sharp, and I go, okay, and I go up there, now, right? If I'm in the key of E flat, there's my E flat 7, I go up a whole step. Does not matter what key I'm in. Nice little fun little chord shortcuts. And then the only other thing that you have to do is say, all right, whatever key. Now Vicky chose the key of F, so we have to know our F major scale, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, and we go 1, 3, 5, flat 7, and watch this. I'll use the chord shortcut, go up a whole step, and now I'm set up for the lick. In my left hand, I'm going to go F, A, C, and D. 1 and then 2 and then. All right, my A goes with my A flat and C. And the rest are by, you do right hand only and then left hand only. Listen. Then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. Same way that you learn how to lock up the right hand on this triplet idea, even on the Ray Charles thing, where did the beats line up? And there's your answer right there. 1 and 2 and. So the and of 2 gets the actual F note, but you slide from that F with your middle finger, and now you're on the and of 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2. Put those two together. And then you could say, all right, I'm just going to either put example 1 or example 9. Any questions about all of that? I hope that you guys have enjoyed this lesson. Time was really flying by as we did that. Yeah, I am technically off today. I may do another stream. I said if we get up to 20 likes before lunchtime, but if not, I'll definitely do another stream tomorrow in the morning. Jeffrey, thank you for hanging out. Vicky, Ted, and of course Helga. I'll make sure I covered everybody. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this lesson. Awesome. And to all my members, make sure you log in to this membership site and also practice your exercises. The only thing that we didn't do today was going over our major scales, C, D, E, F, G. I just wanted to remind you guys to be thinking C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. And you remember the trick we use is we put a comma after we write them out, C, D, E, F, write a comma, G, A, B, C. And you only have to write them out once. On the way back down, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. All right, so go into the membership area and have fun with that. I love the fact that you guys are logging in because guess what? I'm the administrator, so I get to see that you guys log in, and I absolutely love it. It works great on your iPad, so make sure you do that as well. Get in there and have fun. And we've added Of course, you have all the blues volume 4, you have the blues Basslines, you have blues shapes, which is huge in terms of popularity. And then the blues in all keys, that's blues shapes in all keys. And what's great about that is we do just 3 lessons at a time. In other words, blues shapes, the Oscar Peterson, let's say this example. And then you go, right? So all the licks, all the keys in the shapes course, which is nice. But don't get overwhelmed and just think you're going to practice it all now. I want everybody to stay on the blues roadmap. Do what we did today of example 9, and then pretty much we're going to put it all together, and then we're going to move on to blues volume 2, which starts off with some really nice long lines and long licks and fun ideas. Any questions? Awesome, Helga. I'm very proud of you. So happy that you are in our group. And what I'm going to do, something that I started doing, is I'm going to leave the stream. I'm going to switch the screen. I'm going to leave the stream up for just a couple minutes and let you guys, I would encourage you to talk for 3 or 4 minutes and encourage each other like you've been doing, and even talk about what you're going to practice, because I really feel like our community is really growing and growing together. Like, that's what I've always wanted, is to have people to connect with and practice this stuff and enjoy practicing and learning together. And even when you don't feel like it, you don't feel motivated, you will get motivated with this group. And also, in addition to being encouraging, sometimes it takes, it's good to have a group somewhere where you can go, all right, Bob's going to be on and he's going to make me practice, or maybe it's somebody else that's better suited for you, but find a community to get involved with. All right, if anybody has any questions, wanting to know how you can become a part of what we're doing, you can just email me, bob@iMusicAcademy.com, or you can go to my website, bob@iMusicAcademy.com. We have two slots left till the end of April, and then I'll have a couple slots. Well, no, I think we'll have, it depends. If we get to our 6 this month, then I'll open it up for 6 again, but I have to just wait and see. Right now we have 11 people in, and we have room for 2 more. All right, have a great day, everyone. Keep up the great work. I may or may not do a lesson, but if I do, I'll send out an email this afternoon, but I want to get to at least 20 likes before lunch. Yes, I like that, Ted. I like your Ted-isms. Just having Ted in the chat, along with all of you amazing people, y'all are very good, awesome people to hang out with. I love it. All right, I'm leaving the stream up for 5 minutes, and then based on the feedback from this lesson, I may or may not be on later this afternoon. But thankfully, I'm off today. I get an extra day off, which I'm excited about. Enjoyed hanging out with all of you.